Hi, welcome to Achieve Your Best Life. My name is Nicola and today I'm coming to you with a video about my 2023 goals. I haven't actually put a video up on YouTube for a number of years, so I thought this would be a good opportunity, as it's the beginning of the year, to start this new project. So first of all, I'm just going to mention a bit about my 2023 goals and how I actually came to set them. So for any of you that already follow me on my blog, achieveyourbestlife.com, you'll know that I frequently use the Wheel of Life to score myself in various areas of my life. And this year, having just been through a few years of the pandemic, my scores were very, very low. And that's a fair reflection of how life has felt over the last few years. So I felt it was really important to set myself up with some new goals and put some direction back into my life. And maybe that's something you feel that you want to do as well. And I hope that just through the process of seeing me doing this, that you might be inspired to actually set some goals for yourself as well. So as I was going through the process and I had scored myself, and as I say, the scores were quite low in various areas of my life, and I challenged myself to answer some questions. So those questions were to write a quick sentence about the area, to articulate why it felt like that. So, for example, in the health and fitness area, I scored very low and I challenged myself to write why I felt that way. The next question I asked myself was to write some thoughts about what I would like to see happen in 2023 to make this area better. Of course, that is the foundation stone for setting goals. I then considered what would stop me from achieving these plans and goals. The fourth question was, what mitigation actions could I take if these issues were to come to pass? And then I actually went through the process of articulating what my goals would be and attempting to make them smart. If you sign up to my newsletter, you'll be able to see some of my answers to these questions, which I've shared with my subscribers, and I'll leave a link to that below the video. So let's move on to what my goals actually are for 2023. And I will be honest, and some of them aren't particularly well articulated at this time. However, I do expect that over time I will be able to knock them into some sort of shape that will allow me to achieve them. My first goal was to have more fun, adventure and relaxation in my life. One of the major things I've missed over the last couple of years is travelling. It's one of my favourite pastimes. I love to travel. So we've already picked out, that's myself and my husband, we've already picked out 6 places we want to visit in 2023. And they are a trip to London, a trip to Seville, a trip to Durham, a trip to Winchester, a trip to Bruges, and then a fortnight's summer holiday somewhere sunny, but that location hasn't been determined yet. My next goal is to have more fun in 2023. Now, if ever there was a goal that didn't reach the SMART criteria, then this is it. But I must admit, I struggle to some extent with the idea of what fun actually means, and I'm sure it means different things to different people. But I went to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, and the definition of fun is providing entertainment, amusement or enjoyment in your life, which is great because it's not just this idea of something that makes you fall about laughing or is just a bit of nonsense. It's got a wider meaning than that. And I was glad to read that meaning because that makes me feel that I can actually find things that meet that criteria for me. And I think the plan will be, as far as when I'm reporting on my progress, that I'll keep a list of these things. And actually, having already looked at that definition, I can already see where those things appear in my life, and maybe I just stopped noticing that they were there. Next goal, or the next life area I looked at, was health and fitness. So this area scored 3 points, so very poor. So obviously it needs to be in my list of goals for 2023. My main aim at the moment is to find a weight loss plan that works for me. I've done a number of weight loss classes over the years, even during COVID, and what I find is, like many people, while I'm on plan I lose weight, and when I'm off plan I put it back on again. And I want to get off that hamster wheel, so I want to find a way of eating that works for me, a way of exercising that works for me. And this will be an iterative process through 2023. I'm not at this stage planning on joining any sort of class. This is something I want to work out for myself, taking knowledge from all the classes I've done over the years. Again, I'll keep a list of what actions I take and what's worked for me in my progress reports, which I'll be posting up hopefully on a monthly basis. The next thing is relationships. Now, my relationships are pretty good, if I'm honest, but you can always do better. So one of the things I'm notoriously bad at is keeping track of people's birthdays and special days like anniversaries. So I have already written up a list of those birthdays and anniversaries, etc. And I have a reminder on my calendar to make sure I get the appropriate cards before the date. And I'll keep a list of those anonymously on my blog so that you know how I'm doing. I also want to make a point of meeting up with friends more often than I currently do, and again I'll keep a list of those on the blog to record my progress. The next area I looked at was home. So this is home and my immediate environment, and like many people, decluttering is high on my list of to-dos in 2023, and for me I have started this process, and the immediate issue is dealing with paperwork. I've already started to declutter paperwork, but it amazes me how more seems to continually come in than I can keep track of and get back out of the house. But that's something I want to deal with this year. In addition to that, I've created a number of checklists of specific cleaning tasks that I want to stay on top of, just so that it's, rather than it being something that I tackle on the weekend, it's something that I do on a rota basis through the week, so that my weekend isn't lost to household chores. The next thing I looked at was Achieve Your Best Life itself. So this is the start of what for me is a major change for Achieve Your Best Life, and that's to reawaken my YouTube channel. So I think I joined YouTube in probably 2013, maybe 2014, and I made a couple of videos and then basically just let YouTube go to sleep again. And I think it's time to reawaken YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I get a lot of value from YouTube, and I feel like that's an area that I want to develop as well. It's something I've wanted to do for a long time, but I don't think I've really had the courage. And now is the time to actually deal with that and take it forward. So this is the first of hopefully regular videos that will come out for Achieve Your Best Life, ramping up from a couple each month to something that will be done weekly as we roll into the year. And then part and parcel of that is to have a regular writing habit. To record all these videos, I'll need to write scripts, etc. This one works as it's off the back of my blog, which was already written, but because I'm planning to do more videos, then I'll need to write more blogs. So I'm looking at writing in the region of 1,500 words a week, so 6,000 to 7,000 words per month initially, and just seeing how that goes. So right now I've set up a spreadsheet, and I'll share that with you in later blogs on how that's going. I enjoy writing, however I find it difficult to fit it in, so it'll be interesting to see how I do with that. The final goal with Achieve Your Best Life is to increase my subscriber base and the number of followers and subscribers I have on my various social media channels. So obviously if you're watching this on YouTube, I'd love for you to subscribe as I move this goal forward. Again, this will mean creating more content, which I'm planning to do, which will also be supported by my plan to write 1,500 words a week or 7,000 a month. as well as creating video graphics and various other pieces of content as well. And then there's a few other bits and pieces. So I want to keep a list of the books I've read in 2023. I started doing this in 2022 and I was doing quite well till about halfway through the year when I fell off the wagon with it. I didn't stop reading, I just stopped recording how many books I was reading and what they were, but I want to keep a list of the books I've read actually on the blog here. And then just a catch-all for anything else that feels relevant, because things will change through the year, things will become more important or less important, so I just want somewhere to be able to record those changes. So expect to see a few bits and pieces just added to any progress reports that I do. So there you are, they're my goals for 2023. I hope you'll stick around. I'm planning on doing videos on a monthly basis just to record my progress. I'll also be putting other videos out between those progress reports as well. So I've got lots of ideas for 2023. I'm looking forward to it, looking forward to make progress in what is quite a scary area for me at the moment, but I'm sure it'll become better over time. So please do subscribe and keep a lookout for my videos coming out in the near future. I look forward to seeing you all soon.